Right, hello. So, this isn't in the egg, this is at the train station. I had an experience last night that I didn't really know how to process. And rather than limiting myself to only vlogging about mental health, I've decided to broaden my horizons a bit. I want to share some of my sheer bafflement about safe spaces and how easily they can become unsafe. I'm performing at Elfest this weekend and I did some spoken word poetry, and I have to say it was a beautiful festival, the only lesbian festival in the UK, and it was such a safe space. It was beautiful, so much love, so many allies, so many people here for different reasons and with different stories, and yet there's a sense of community, and it's been beautiful. I had to process something that happened last night, which was I've been pushing this lovely girl that I met in a wheelbarrow. We were going to a fire pit, as you do. This American woman approached me and said to the girl in the wheelbarrow, "You look like an Egyptian queen. Look at you. We should feed you grapes. Blah, 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 blah." And then said to me, "Oh, and you, well, I don't want to adhere to history stereotypes, but you look like a..." Obviously, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say. And I'm confused. And she says, you should be saying no to pushing this wheelbarrow. You shouldn't be doing this. It's following the stereotypes. You should be breaking them. You shouldn't be pushing this wheelbarrow at a festival because it makes you look like a slave, is what she was saying. I know she wasn't sure where she was going or what she was saying, and she's messed up at a festival off her face. I kept pushing the wheelbarrow and I got to the fire pit and I looked at the stars and I felt that in this safe space suddenly I wasn't allowed to speak, because even amongst the oppressed, we oppress each other, even in a space which is LGBTQTAI friendly. A white human being sees the colour of my skin and is racist to me. Let's just say it as it is, racist to me. And I feel unable to speak because I feel that if I air how I feel about what has happened, then I'll make this space unsafe for other people. And then now I'm kind of in this disillusioned space of but what about the moment that space stopped being safe for me? It reminded me, it was reminiscent of how many times in my life that I keep silent in order to placate my white friends, in order to make them feel more comfortable. Appropriate levels of blackness. I'm black in this space in a way that fits you and in a way that makes you feel safe. And I'm at a festival and I'm pushing a wheelbarrow and I'm instantly taken to an unsafe space, and yet I don't want to air it because this is a liberal space, it's a safe space. And then I think about things like, that's the train announcement. This is awkward. Or is it? Have I made it awkward now by highlighting the fact that this is happening? Who knows? It made me think about things like, gay pride, and then the fact that the reason why that there is black pride, and how white mental health issues are different to black mental health issues, and why spaces that seem safe for a white minority, like a group of white people who are oppressed for one reason or another, a space that feels safe to them, I think feels so liberal and free that it can be overlooked that it is not necessarily safe for everyone there. and people can forget that. And I think it made me a bit sad because it was such a place of love, and I have nothing but love for Elfest. But it made me aware of the fact that people can take for granted what the word safety really means. And if everyone isn't safe, then a safe space is not safe. So I just wanted to share that, I suppose, particularly to my white friends who don't really understand or find it difficult to process how incidents like that on a pretty much everyday basis can make you feel. And it's just shit. It's not nice. It's unpleasant. Like, not much now because I'm going home and it's sunny, and I feel good because I'm strong and I'm resilient. But it's tiring, and I felt like vlogging about that today because I don't feel like making myself uncomfortable anymore. I don't feel like making myself uncomfortable for everyone around me anymore. So basically, you may be racist and not realise it. I think maybe try being less fearful and disgusted with the word racist, and more fearful and disgusted at racism itself and how it can manifest. That's me. Happy Sunday.